Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope you've basically enjoyed the rest of the day after speaking to you only a few hours ago. If you haven't already noticed or watched, I did release a video giving an update on some injuries and Pierre Højbjerg's situation, but I'm actually talking in this one around a different midfielder with a potential different outcome. So please go have a look at the Emil Højbjerg situation, because I think you're going to get a lot from that. But anyway, we're talking in this one around Giovani Lo Celso. Definitely a polarising figure. I do want to talk about the situation that we have on hand, and also how I think he's going to be quite crucial maybe towards the middle to the end of the season. Definitely something to talk around there, and also give you an update around the director of football situation. We do have an update, and I think we might have an answer in the relative future, but you'll find out in just a second. Let's start with Giovani. And so this comes from Mundo Deportivo, who said that sources close to Giovani Lo Celso have told Mundo Deportivo that the midfielder wants to stay at Tottenham and succeed in London. Now, it doesn't mean that he's guaranteed to stay. It doesn't. If we get a good offer that comes in, and we also then have a situation where, and just like, do you know what? It's a good offer. The move suits him. The move suits us. The deal suits us. It's not a bad idea, right? Obviously, you might have an idea in mind as to who you want to bring in to replace him. And I do think you would need to replace a player like Giovani Lo Celso. If we didn't have African Cup of Nations, if you were to lose a Højbjerg, then you go, well, we've got Bentancur. So there is the option that we have there that we don't really lose out on anything there. If you lose a Giovani Lo Celso, I think you do lose out there on that, because like Maddison, he is the creative number 8 that we have. So you would have let's look at the midfield three right now. You have Bissouma, who's the 6. You have Pape Matar, who's the box-to-box number 8. And you have the Maddison, who is the creative launch pad of the team. If you lose a Maddison to injury, you then rely on Giovani Lo Celso. But if you've already moved Giovani Lo Celso, you're then relying on what exactly? Oliver Skip? And we know that doesn't work unless you want to go sideways or backwards. So Giovani Lo Celso has tremendous value in this team. Obviously, he's been injured this season, which it's not ideal. It does leave us quite short in the creative midfield situation. I think had maybe if he was fit for the North London derby, you might have seen him come on and not Højbjerg. I know that kind of griped a few people that Højbjerg was coming on, but in essence, it was the right decision. Maddison wasn't 100% going there, and to save us potentially having any more damage, better off getting him off and saving him. But it would have been nice if Giovani Lo Celso was there, because maybe Giovani Lo Celso isn't the same kind of attacking player as a Maddison, but he has the vision and he has the drive to get the ball forward instead of sideways and making sure, okay, my pass completion record's very important here. I need to make sure that, I'm sideways and backwards, nice easy passes, make sure I don't just get the ball into creative positions to creative players. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's the thing about being a creative player. It doesn't always work. Now, let's play the hypothetical game that he does leave. Then you're going to have to replace him. It's so crucial, that attacking number 8 position, like we've all just seen, about the North London derby. I think this will be just the same situation if Maddison was to go injured. You need that attacking player. You need that creative player in the midfield. It's all good and all having the front three being attacking and creative, but you do need a midfielder who can sometimes link everything together. And Maddison is so crucial for that. Bissouma is so crucial for that. If you've lost Maddison, it's pretty difficult to really get the attack going again. And it's definitely something we need to be wary of. I know that for sure. But the reason why I think he's important for staying, by the way, and I'll make this one quick, is African Cup of Nations. You're losing Pape Matar. You're losing Bissouma. You're losing 2 players straight off the bat. You might lose another midfielder to be being sold, like a Højbjerg. Well, in that situation, you're down 3 midfielders. Let's even consider how the way it was. The midfield 3 that finished the game at North London derby might not be there to play in January. So then you're relying on Skip, Bentancur and Lo Celso or Maddison, or a mixture. And that's why it's going to be so crucial, I think, to get another player in, personally. I think a player maybe a bit more like a Yves Bissouma. I wouldn't mind that. A part of me thinks could Pape Matar do that role that Bissouma does as well? And maybe you get more of a number 8 in, I don't know. It depends what you guys think on that. But I think what I would say is knowing how important Maddison is makes me think of how important Lo Celso is. That's the way I look at it. But hey, we'll see. Let's talk about director of football. So this comes from David Ornstein, one of the big dogs, okay? Tier 1, beyond tier 1. He's like a tier 0.5. He's so in the know. And he was talking about the director of football search for Spurs. He said, I'm told Spurs have a plan in place. I don't have a name, but the last I heard, the appointment is expected to be a relatively low-key, a bit like Postecoglou, rather than have a huge name. I think we have seen that it doesn't always have to be the biggest name on the market for it to be the biggest success. I think Fabio Paratici was quite a big name on the market. I think he had some really great successes. Obviously, like every director of football, you're going to have things that it's not going to go well. You know, I think people point out players that maybe didn't do very well and they cost a lot of money. But then you forget players like Destiny Udogie, Vicario. Those sort of players didn't actually cost that much money. Actually turned out to be half okay. I won't lie. I don't know what you guys think of the keeper and the left back, but I think they're all right. Anyway, but I think on that front, I think as long as they work well with Scott Munn, who's obviously now here, I think we were waiting for the director of football search to really kick on until we had Scott in place. Scott's now here. He's going to want to put his fingerprints all over this club now, leading into the next January transfer window, which I think will be important. The idea is now to build not a franchise like in an American football team, but to build a franchise like Man City, to have clubs across the world, have feeder clubs. I think that would be so crucial. If we could do that, that'd be amazing. I think Chelsea have now started getting into that. You know, Man City are obviously big into those sort of things. You have, teams in Spain do this sort of thing, so it's not uncommon. I think it'd be good to build that into feeding the main team, the breadwinner team, if you know what I mean, right? I think we'll probably have an answer. I think we're late September, maybe late into October, maybe mid-October, late October, I don't know. But I think we should get an answer soon because I think they're going to want a good couple of months to kind of get into it, get ahead of the January transfer window because that is going to be a very key month. I mean, you'll see by that point, are Spurs fighting for anything? Are we fighting for top 4, top 6, top 7? Are we fighting for FA Cups? What are we fighting for? It'd be key because that might be the window that takes us from maybe being 3rd into 2nd or 4th into 3rd. I don't think we're finishing 1st. I think that's Man City. It might take us from 5th to 4th, and that's a big jump, those two, But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit me that like button. I'd be very much appreciative of it. Hit me in the comment section below. Are you happy that Lo Celso won't stay? Are you happy that he probably is going to stay? What do you want from him coming forward after that injury? I want to know what you think about Lo Celso. I'm a big fan. Some people aren't, and I want to know your thoughts and feelings. Obviously, let me know around the director of football situation. Are you finally happy it's starting to pick up some traction finally? It's been a few months. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.